Welcome back, friends. Welcome to GSTZen annual written webinar series. In this chapter, we are going to look at what are the controls that you should exercise while you are finalizing your GSTR-9 with regards to the outward supplies. As we are aware, there are two tables which talks about outward supplies. One is table 4, which talks about details of advances and outward supplies on which the tax is payable. Of course, there's one thing which is included in inward is reverse charge. So 4G of the table will talk about inward supplies on which tax is to be paid. And if you notice this has got similarity with what is there in GSTR-1 table wise reporting. To start with, 4A is B2C, 4B B2B, 4C is exports with pay, 4D SEZ with pay, 4E deemed exports. 4F is your advances, 4G is inwards on which you have reverse charge liability. Ideally, with this you have total turnover, so that is where your 4H has the total. However, there are credit notes, debit notes, amendment upwards and downwards. This additional details has been relaxed by way of notification 56/2019. Likewise, we have another table, table 5, details of outward supplies on which tax is not payable. So which is exports without payment of tax, SEZ supplies without payment taxes, outward reverse charge supplies, exempt nil rated and non-GST. This is the broad. However, from 5H to 5L, we have the debit notes, credit notes, amendment upward and downward. This is what we have. What are the fundamental controls we need to have to ensure the turnover which we are reporting is correct? There are multiple places we report the turnover. We report it in table 4, table 5, table 10 and 11. Apart from that, in table 17 also we give HSN wise reporting. So this both the turnover should match. So when I go to HSN wise reporting, I need to check the values which is reported in HSN wise should be linked with table 4 plus table 5 plus table 10 minus table 11. However, in case of your outward supplies where the no GST exists, which you are reporting in table 5, there is no HSN code for it. In table 4, we know that there is an RCM and advances, exclude this. After excluding this, match with your turnover. Next, 4 very important is within the subtables, how do I match the data is correct or not? Firstly, the turnover in P&L, we segregate into GSTN wise. The arrived GSTN, we convert it into from the books to the GST turnover. What is that you will have to do is compare with the table 5 of 9C. That is how the aggregate turnover is prepared. That aggregate turnover is matched with 5N of GSTR-9. So basically 4 plus 5 plus 10 minus 11. This is what it is matched with. However, there is no RCM in this. Next, when you come to table 7 of 9C, you will see list of exemptions. These exemptions should match with your table 5 of GSTR-9. The net value which is arrived in table 7 should match with your 4N minus 4G. That is what you have to broadly check whether you are reporting for 9 and 9C is it matching or not. Next, if there is a value which is reported in table 10 and 11 of GSTR-9, please compare with April to September 2019 GSTR-3B. Starting from April 19 up until September 2019, please check whether there are values that exist or not. You cannot use table 10 and 11 as a balancing figure. If there are any transaction owing to the circular 26 you have carried in the subsequent year, you would be using this table. Next thing, in table 4, you have to do a turnover type segregation. While you are doing this, please put a watch on what is the values that are coming in GSTR-1. Friends, all this while in the examples, even in the earlier chapter examples, we haven't given any attention to GSTR-1. We were only focusing on GSTR-3B. But while you are reporting the turnover here in the subtables of GSTR-9, you got to ensure the values which are now coming up in GSTR-9 are little bit higher than what is there in GSTR-1. right? It can't be lower in this for the following tables. However, you got to do the adjustments of table 9, credit notes, debit notes, amendment upward and downward. Considering those adjustments, amendments, make sure your outward B2B supplies, which is reported in 4A of GSTR-1, should definitely be valued reported in 4B of GSTR-9. 4C of GSTR-1, which is outward reverse charge supply, should be lower than or equal to 5C of GSTR-9 because there is no tax payable in it. Exports, which is there in 6A. Now you might have any error in reporting in GSTR-1 checking with pay, without pay. Nevertheless, you got to make sure it matches with 4C plus 5A of GSTR-9. Likewise, SEZ values, which is reported in 6B, should match with 4D plus 5B of GSTR-9. Lastly, on deemed exports, ensure which is reported in 6C of R1 to be there in 4E of GSTR-9. Friends, these are the basics check. You have to make sure that the values which you are reporting here in these tables are higher than what is there in GSTR-1. Values in table 10 and 11 should be there in the subsequent financial year. As I said, there were some relaxations. You can make use of these relaxations which have come in 56/2019. In case of your taxable outward supply 4B to 4E, you need not give the option of debit note and credit notes. You can net it off and report it under 4B to 4E. Likewise, 5D, 5EF also can be reported net figure and no need to report credit notes and debit notes. Basically, notification 56 has given a simplified relaxation in reporting. So hope you got an idea what are the controls you got to ensure before you file your GSTR-9 with respect to the turnover. Please watch our channel for upcoming videos, and in the next chapter I am going to give you various scenarios and examples of reporting of turnover in GSTR-9. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching this video.